the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And grind DMV, it's Sunday morning and we are waking up to some gloomy conditions out there. Then we're also tracking some storms, so definitely keep it here. We'll have that full forecast for you guys coming up.
And coming up this morning on DC News Now, a tough weekend in the DMV. People in multiple counties are picking up the pieces after severe thunderstorms battered the area. We speak with some of the hardest hit people in our region as they work to find a new place to live. Plus, speeding up emergency care, why people in PG County say it is taking too long to be treated at local hospitals, and how officials are planning to fix the problem. And later, you still got a chance to be a millionaire. How huge the Powerball jackpot is right now after no winning numbers were picked overnight. But of course, we start off first with a live look outside this morning. It is a gloomy, warm start to the day here in the DMV as the wet weekend continues. But could there be some light at the end of this tunnel? That is the big question.
The emphasis on the light.
The light at the end of the tunnel. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now on this Sunday morning. I'm Tosin Fakile. Weather forecaster Brittany Ward is here. So, Brittany, the answer to that question: when is the break? When is the light? When does everything just like? When do we get to be normal for a little while?
Yeah, so I guess normal. We'll see dry conditions Monday, but today we're still going to be dealing with a few showers. Right now, across much of the DMV, we are currently dry. There are a few places on radar that are showing some light showers, but much of the DMV currently quiet at this moment of time. Just dealing with lots of clouds, but still have a flood watch in effect for portions along the I-95 corridor. This is set to expire about 8 p.m. tonight, and even though we are dry, we've seen lots of rain the past couple of days. So those streams, those creeks, and those low-lying areas, as we head through your day today, getting more of those rain showers, we could possibly see some more flooding, which is why that is in effect. Here's a look at radar showing you the overall picture. Again, the district is currently dry, seeing some light showers move out at Hagerstown, and then we're starting to see them move back into Orange, Madison, and Culpeper, Virginia. Overall, storms will be producing as we head through your afternoon, so definitely keep it here. I'll talk about that in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, looking forward to that. Thank you. New this morning, cleanup begins in Charles County, Maryland, after storms rolled through that area. Our weather team received reports that lightning struck a house on Brookfield Street in Waldorf. No information yet on the extent of the damage there. Over in La Plata, a tree fell on a house that was on Redwood Circle. Multiple streets are also closed at this time as crews work to clear debris left in the road. And back here in the district, many families are trying to figure out what to do next following the damage left behind from the weekend storms. Some of the hardest hit areas were in Southeast DC, where nearly 24 families are now without a home this morning. DC News Now's Dave Laval has their story.
This apartment building behind me will soon be vacant after we've been told it's no longer safe for people to be in there following Friday's storm. It's moving day for Carmela Mack and her daughter. They have no choice but to leave the villages of Parklands Apartments. The roof started to fall into their third-floor home during Friday's storm.
I could have been there and been dead.
I had to get out there pretty quick because I kept hearing the crashes from the ceiling dropping above me.
Anisha did not want us to show her face or use her last name. She lives on the second floor with her family.
Some leaks from the ceiling fan, the kitchen ceiling.
The concern is the ceiling could collapse. Signs are posted on the doors to remind tenants it's no longer safe to live there.
It's really stressful, just like trying to get everything together and not sure, where we want to go or how long it's going to take to fix everything.
Anisha also showed us some of the damage she recorded in her neighbor's apartment. The reason for the evacuations can be found in the backyard, where portions of the roof remain. Mac's parents load their car with her possessions. Mac and her daughter will stay with them until they can find somewhere else to live, while other families are wondering where they will call home. Families and apartment complex employees told us the American Red Cross will be here on Sunday to help those affected. We reached out to the apartment complex to comment on the situation, but the office closed earlier than scheduled. In Southeast DC, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
And in Fairfax County, police say a possible explosive device is no threat to the community. The device was found yesterday in a shed on Point Pleasant Drive. This morning, officials say the device is chemically inactive and will not explode. No word at this hour on what the device was or how it got in the shed. And this morning, we have a bit of good news following a heartbreaking story. A baby is home after her mother was shot while she was pregnant with her. Last month, 22-year-old Samaya Gill gave birth as she was dying after she was shot. Her baby, Zaylee, was born in critical condition, but last week, baby Zaylee went home with family. Our Leonard N. Fleming spoke with Zaylee's grandmother, who is now raising the child on her own.
It's always been said that a parent should never have to bury a child, but Samaya Gill lost her firstborn daughter in a hail of bullets, a case police have yet to solve. Despite that agony, she has a little precious little baby girl who has brought joy through sorrow.
I can't pick up the phone and call her anymore.
Samaya Gill says her grief is profound. Her 22-year-old daughter, Samaya Gill, was gunned down in broad daylight in D.C. last month. She was 8 months pregnant.
I can't hear her cry about if she's going to be a great mom to her baby. And I find myself saying something is missing, and I know it's her.
Gill says her daughter had big dreams. Samaya modeled and can sing, and had entrepreneurial instincts and hoped to be a social media influencer.
She was good in school, her teachers loved her.
Her daughter was traveling on 37th Street in Southeast DC with her boyfriend when gunmen opened fire on the car, leaving bullet holes mostly on the passenger side.
The last time I spoke with someone, they were saying they haven't gotten any suspects yet. So I'm not satisfied.
As we walked outside her home where she hoped to see her daughter and granddaughter, Samaya says the shooting hurts deep.
I know for a fact within my heart my daughter wasn't the target.
More than $21,000 has been raised for baby Zaylee, who came home last week after 3 weeks in the hospital.
She looks identical to my daughter.
How are you going to heal from this?
I really don't know. I do know that I have to stay strong for that baby and my other children. I do know that.
D.C. police have offered a $25,000 reward to solve Samaya's shooting death. Her mother remains hopeful, though, that her killers will be brought to justice and is putting all her energy into baby Zaylee. Reporting from the studio, Leonard N. Fleming, D.C. News Now. Back to you.
8:07, the family of a man shot and killed by an off-duty officer, D.C. police officer, has sued him and the city for $25 million. The wrongful death lawsuit comes after the U.S. Attorney's Office says there was not enough evidence to pursue federal criminal rights charges against that officer. The suit claims 23-year-old Lazarus Wilson and his friend were at the wharf last summer to buy a watch, but two people showed up armed and assaulted Wilson and his friend. The attorney representing Wilson says that he was acting in self-defense against the pair. The family says D.C. Police Commander Jason Bagshaw left a restaurant at the wharf to investigate, and that's when he shot Wilson. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Bagshaw fired one shot after identifying himself. Meanwhile, the lawsuit claims Bagshaw didn't say anything, according to witnesses, and fired two shots. Here's what former police chief Robert Conti had to say last year after the shooting.
The fact that we have police officers out enjoying a night to themselves at dinner, but yet forsaking all of the fact that they were there for themselves, decided to take action in a situation that could have been very dangerous and deadly for other visitors to that area, I think it says a lot about their character.
A hearing hasn't been scheduled yet. D.C. police tell D.C. News Now they don't comment on pending litigation. And new this morning over in Prince George's County, some there say they are tired of long hospital wait times, especially in the emergency room. Some saying they've waited as long as 16 hours, and they're asking the county leaders to do something about it. The County Council's Board of Health Committee plans to listen to the community's concern and hospital officials. Council members also say they want to see data as well to help find the best solutions. Leaders say staffing shortages may play a role, but something needs to be done soon.
The reality is that many of our residents are forced to leave and go to outside jurisdictions to receive care, and we don't want to. We want to make it easier for residents in Prince George's County to be able to get care. How do we resolve it? We want to hear from them. How do we make it easier for them? What policies do we need to put in place to make it easier for those to provide quicker and faster services to residents in Prince George's County?
That meeting will be tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. You can submit your testimonies online. For more details on doing that and the meeting, you can find that on our website, dcnewsnow.com. And also new this morning, United Airlines is agreeing to give union pilots some big pay raises. The airline and the pilots union say they have reached a deal on a new labor contract that would raise pilot pay by up to 40% over the next 4 years. This follows over 4 years of bargaining, picketing, and even talks of a strike. The Airline Pilots Association is valuing the agreement at about $10 billion. The contract is still subject to a vote. All right, 8:10 this morning and happening today, Black Restaurant Week kicks off across the DMV and also in Baltimore. You have lots of options to choose from, including chain restaurants like Big Buns in Virginia, as well as smaller places like Jerk at Night Caribbean Restaurant in Northeast. If you're looking for a meatless dinner, there's New Vegan Cafe in Baltimore and Mush in Brentwood, Maryland. All right, it is 8:10 this morning. And Brittany, what I want to know is, so with Black Restaurant Week kicking off, let people know what's the weather going to look like for that today.
You know, it's going to be a little bit soggy out there. Could also hear some rumbles of thunder, but the good news is we are a little bit cooler today than we were yesterday. Still fairly warm when stepping out the door at this hour. 77 is the current temperature in DC, 74 there in Hagerstown, lower 70s as you head over there to Cumberland. But take a look at the highs. Highs today struggling to get out of the 80s, and we're tracking those storms, but drier conditions on the horizon. So definitely keep it here. We'll talk about that in just a bit.